All right, hello everybody. It's Moon and Taurus here, also known as Tina, and we're doing a video on moon magic. This book right here by Aurora Kane. Um, it's a handbook of lunar cycles, the lore behind it, and mystical energies. So I know there's other reviews on this book on YouTube, but I wanted to review it for myself. So this would be the second witchcraft book that I finished, and I'm reading a third one right now. It's called Of Blood and Bones by Kate Freller. I think that's how you say her name. I probably butchered her name, but yeah. Moon Magic by Aurora Kane. It's a pretty decent book. So let me flip through it. Look at the table of contents. So it talks about, the different cultural beliefs behind the moon. Um, Talks about moon astrology and tarot. Um, the moon card in the tarot cards represents Pisces, if you didn't know that. So I discovered that in this book. Um, I didn't look behind what the tarot cards meant for like astrological signs, but it means Pisces. And I've just been using tarot cards and I've been having accurate readings, and I'm a novice at this stuff. So yeah, I didn't really get that far into tarot. I've just been focusing on studying the craft of these books, right? So the next thing I need to do is, get into tarot, at least the study aspect of it. So moon magic, it explains a lot of things, and then it gives you the spells like towards the end. Towards the end of the book, it gives you all the spells. So it starts off with giving you the history on stuff. It tells you about all the moon phases, what they represent. Um, um, Harnessing moon magic with crystals and gemstones, harnessing moon magic with essential oils and candles, and it just tells you what crystals to use during that particular moon phase and stuff like that. So I think this book mentions moonstone itself, but I've noticed other sources have mentioned moonstone. If I forget if this book, because it's been a while since I've read that section of the book, but I finished this book yesterday, so it took me about some days to finish this book because I've been reading other stuff. But I spent one of the days a seamless reading, and then I just picked it up another day, put it down, picked it up another day, put it down. I've just been reading other stuff, so that's why it took so long to finish this piece of work, finish reading this piece of work. So Aurora Kane is a good author. Like other, witches, she'll tell you to use some practicality. Magic only works unless you put your first foot out there to actually do some work. You can't just expect it to happen by itself. You got to actually do some work. So that's one thing I appreciate about her when writing her works. Oh yeah, and there's also harnessing moon magic with herbs and nature. So there's another section there. Um, Trying to think what else do I want to say about this book. I really need to start taking notes when I read these things. I like to just read through it, be done with it, and then just get right to the review process. So I do have a lot to say about the Of Blood and Bones book. That'll be the next book that I finish. I'm like halfway done that book. That would be why I didn't finish this book right away, because I'm busy reading other stuff. Like I said, so while I was supposed to read this and finish it, and I did read some of it, I was reading the shamanism book and got that done in like what, 2 days. Yeah, something like that. Even though it technically took less than 24 hours to read that book. Less than 24 hours. It took less than 24 hours to read this book, but I branched it out through different days. So on the back, it talks about conquering change, healing energy, enhancing romance, finding clarity, banishing bad, giving thanks, heightening intuition, living joyfully. So stuff like that is in this book too. So if you're interested in using the moon phases to, try to implement stuff like that in your life, this would be a good book for that. Um, I would say this is a good starter book because look, it's short. It's not that thick. It's a good starter book. But if you really, really, really want to get into like some deep stuff, you'll find that in some of the next books that I read, because I have a feeling some of the next books that I read are going to be a lot deeper than that. But does it really get better than this when it talks about moon magic? I mean, we'll have to find out when I read more stuff. We'll have to find out because they might be short like this. This book is like 187 pages. So a 300-page book, would that make a difference if it was all on moon magic? That's probably as good as it gets for that particular topic. And there's so much types of magic. There's crystal magic, there's herb magic, there's um what else did they say? Essential oils magic, candle magic. There's all kinds of stuff out there. There's water magic. Now that's the book I really want to read. I have a book on water magic. And then there's another book called Water Witchcraft because my sun sign is in Scorpio and that's a water sign. So I want to do a lot of work with water. I really want to do a lot of work with water. And my moon sign is Taurus, and that's an earth sign. So I have an earth magic book, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do a lot. I might do a lot with earth, but we'll see. We'll see. But I'm definitely want to do a lot with water. So I have like a few books on the water element. I do have the other element books, fire magic and air magic, along with the earth magic and the water magic. But the water magic, I definitely want to read that one first, and stuff pertaining to it, that particular book. Um, yep, that's it. That's pretty much what I'm looking at for the future. I haven't cast any spells yet, and the reason why is because I'm taking my time. So I don't want to cast anything in until I've studied everything. But I'm thinking about doing a banishing spell for this particular individual that he seems to not get the message. He doesn't respect my time. He doesn't respect when things are supposed to be done. He wants to be bossy to other people. He wants to be in control. He doesn't listen. So I'm thinking maybe if I banish him out of my life, everything will be all right. Maybe he could go back to where he came from. I'm at that phase where I just want to do that. Like I might want to do a banishing spell. And I got to figure out how I'm going to do the banishing spell. So maybe before I do that, let me give it some more time. If there's issues in the future, I'm definitely doing a banishing spell. Or at least I'm going to attempt to do one. Or maybe I won't do. I'll just go ghost. I'll just ghost the person. If I have to. If I really have to, I'll just ghost the person. Block his number, and maybe perform a banishing spell. Maybe. There's got to be a banishing spell where you write something on paper and watch it dissolve in alcohol or vinegar or something like that. Watch it dissolve, you know, instead of using fire. Um, there's got to be different ways you could do banishing spells. Sorry for rubbing my nose, but let's see what time I have left. Oh, 9 minutes. I have 9 minutes left. I'm going to end the video right here. Today was September 29th, 2022 when I made this video. So if this gets uploaded on Sunday, that will be a later date. And this video probably, most likely this video is going to go up late. So, because I'm going to bed right now, I just came home from work and it's like long after 9 o'clock in the morning. And I work at from like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm going to be getting up at like 3:20 in the afternoon and going back to work. So I'm going to be reading another witchcraft book. You guys have a great day.